Oh boy. Oh boy, here it comes. Did you see that big N logo walking around? Also, I only recently realized that that logo is a letter R for rare. And it was very upsetting realizing that after like 20 years. Oh, there he is! Welcome everybody to a new Let's Play. I'm the Comic Foil, and we're going to be playing some Banjo-Kazooie, but before we do that, we have to watch this legendary opening. Yeah, that's Mumbo Jumbo there. He's some kind of weird music savant. Guys, I'm just preparing you right now. I love this game so much, and it's been a little while since my last playthrough of it, but we're here in COVID-19 quarantine time right now. I just finished up Valkyria Chronicles recently. I'm not quite ready to start my next big thing, and I thought, hey, I'm just gonna play something that I like, you know, since I can't have Oscar or Dylan or anybody over here to play stuff. Let's just play a game I like. So here is some gosh darn Banjo-Kazooie 1998. I think this might be one of my favorite games of all time, actually. Also, how about that seeing the demo there? Games don't do that anymore, where they actually show, like, a demo of the game being played on the title screen like that. Yeah, so as you can see, I have a 100%ed game file right here, but we gotta start a new one. So do we want to cook, or do we want to do the Game Boy? I believe on the Xbox versions they changed this so that... No, is he still playing a Game Boy in the Xbox versions? I know they took out some Nintendo references. Alright, so we're going to erase file 3 here. Let's do it. Okay, so, first big important thing here. Am I going to be doing the voice acting when they talk? No. Generally not, because the characters do already have voices, they're just not speaking English. And I know some people who have played games like this, or when Ukulele did the same thing, thought the sounds of all the characters' voices were really annoying. I think it's really important to this game. That's like such a big part of the charm. Question number 2, why does this look so bad? There's a HD version on Xbox Live. Why are you playing the original N64 version? Because this is the version that I have, and I don't want to play it again. Also, I am kind of a purist, and I like how this plays on an N64 controller more. Yeah, so typical mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Dingpot here, the cauldron, refused to say it was Gruntilda. Instead, the prettiest girl in the land is a bear child, so... Yeah, the most beautiful person in the world is both underage and a bear. So... You know, define beauty how you want. Luckily, this isn't about finding the most beautiful person in the world to, like, marry them or anything, though. This is about Gruntilda wants to be the most beautiful, and, you know, the irony there is that she's way off. Kind of mixing two different witches there, because she's the evil queen from Snow White, but she's also the Wicked Witch of the West, in that she's an ugly green witch. We got Bottles here, I love this guy. And we got Tootie, who, yeah, depending on timing and everything, I might go on to play Banjo-Tooie after I play this one. Tootie is not in Banjo-Tooie for some reason. They just kind of drop her character. Also, this is the only time, I think, in this whole game that you see Banjo and Kazooie separated. Where I guess Kazooie's, like, always in that backpack. Like, I think she sleeps in there, because the backpack's just on a coat hanger. Is that your brother? No. That's obviously not. Bottles, don't you know us? I don't think Bottles knows the Banjo family yet before this moment. Wait, which music is this playing right now? Is that the Rusty Bucket Bay theme? I never noticed that. That's a funny one for them to put here. Or is that... Grunty Industries from the next game? Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Oh no, that's Monster Mansion. Yeah, they played Mad Monster Mansion song early. Alright, and with that, we are in control of Banjo, who cannot do anything right now. All I can do is this pitiful little jump, but that's because it wants us to talk to Bottles here. Okay, yeah, this is the first time Banjo and Bottles meet. I guess just having had these games for so long, you know, and by the second game they're all good friends, felt like Bottles and Banjo just always knew each other, I guess. Okay, so if I wanted to show, like, everything that was in this game in any form, I would, accept the training here. But I've played this game before, and I kind of just want to get right to it. I think I might still go for, like, 100% completion of the game, but I don't think I need to, like, show off the training again. So this is Spiral Mountain here. So I got my jump. So now it's just going to give me all the basic moves that you have from the beginning. Otherwise, you would have to learn them from Bottles in this starting area. So we got this Pitiful Punch. It's useless. We got a Roll. And these are the two only things that Banjo does by himself. And if we talk to Bottles here at this molehill, he could teach us some other moves. So we have the Rat-a-tat Rap, which we're going to use to kill this homicidal carrot here. We got our double jump, if you can call it that. We can duck, we can backflip. Can we do the beak barge already? Yeah. It is good that they have this tutorial, just I know this game pretty well, so I don't want to use it. We can go into first-person mode here. We can move the camera all around. I am going to explore this area a little bit, though, because I believe there are 6 honeycombs here. There's also a lot of dangerous flowers, yeah. So honeycombs are... well, he'll explain right here. Yeah, I don't want to, like, have them doing those noises while they talk and then me also reading the lines. I feel like that's just going to sound kind of annoying, especially if, you know, I would want to try and, like, do a voice for each one of them. And I think that would just sound kind of awful. But yeah, they give you this sandbox to get used to it. This is Spiral Mountain. This is also the stage that they chose to represent them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I was so freaking excited when they got announced for Ultimate, and even though I'm not particularly good with them, I'd like to learn how to play them better, because I do like how they play. Banjo's a lot heavier in Smash Bros. Than I expected him to be, because despite being a bear, he is like small compared to everything else in this game. But like it kind of makes sense to make him heavier because he is like a big old bear. Alright, and there's another one. Also, we can get back here and get an extra life. Hopefully we won't need too many of these extra lives. You can swim, you can dive. There's actually 2 ways to paddle. If you press A, Banjo kicks, and if you press B, Kazooie does these longer strokes, and you can actually press both buttons to do both. right, and I believe there should be another one in the lake in the middle there, but we'll get that one last. I think this is where Bottles teaches you the flip-flap jump. Yeah, and I bet this controls just fine on the Xbox version, but I can't help but feel like it was really made around the N64 controller the same way that Super Mario 64 was. You know, they were already designing Super Mario 64 when they made the controller for the N64, so the reason why it's shaped the way it is largely for the specifications of that game. That's why you have the C buttons, like, they were put there for the controller. Though here they do other things besides just the controller. So if we dive down here, a lot of this is going to be me grabbing things from memory, because I don't have a perfect memory for these things, but I remember a lot about this game. So yeah, I grabbed 6 of those empty honeycombs, and it gave me 1 more full honeycomb, so my max health is now 6. I can take 6 hits here. And with that, we're done with Spiral Mountain, the first not really area of the game. And yeah, I was kind of hoping for a different stage for Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Brothers, but Spiral Mountain is probably, like, the most recognizable location. Also, I really like that Kazooie is just a huge jerk to everyone. She's so aggressive. Yeah, we got this bridge into now. So Spiral Mountain is like... It's not a level, it's like a mini hub world. It's to get you used to things, but now Grunty's Lair is the real, like, hub world of the game. We got Klungo back there. I love that guy. He's got a much bigger role in Banjo-Tooie, but I like him a lot. Yeah, and this was the thing, both this and Donkey Kong 64 do this thing where they, like, actually have a fail state to the game. Like, you are, like, racing against the clock, even though it doesn't matter how long you take. And if you go to, like, quit the game, it will actually show you what happens if Banjo and Kazooie don't finish their journey. A similar thing happens in Donkey Kong 64. So maybe sometime we'll end an episode with me showing the game over screen of this game. And I guess that also happens if you run out of lives. I don't remember ever actually running out of lives in this game. Alright, so we got our first Jiggy here. They're the main collectible, like stars or anything like that. Jiggy is short for jigsaw piece. And you use those to open new stages. So you only need that one to open this first stage. Goggle Boy. They're not particularly inventive insults Kazooie comes up with, but she just keeps firing them. It's like rapid fire. Not all of them need to hit. Eventually one of them's gonna hurt. And we've opened up Mumbos Mountain. Yeah, also, in this hub area, Gruntilda is just constantly trash-talking you. It's pretty great. Gruntilda also talks purely in rhyme. So this is our first area here. This is Mumbos Mountain. That's a Jinjo. So every stage has 5 Jinjos hiding, and that's going to be how you get one of the Jiggies on this stage. There are 10 Jiggies to collect in every stage, one of them by getting all the Jinjos. There are musical notes. There are 100 musical notes to collect, and those are how you pay Bottles to learn new moves. If you can find where... Oops. If you can find where his, where the corresponding molehills are. there anything up here? Yeah, I could get some of those more notes probably over there, but I'll stick to this path for now. This game is so smart with how it uses notes to, like... I love collectathons, but there are, true, it's like good ones and bad ones. Like, some people aren't into just how many, like, little things the game asks you to collect, but the smart ones use things like notes and coins and stuff like that to kind of guide you around the level. And I feel like Banjo-Kazooie has really flipping good world design. They're not as big as later 3D collectathons would be, these worlds. They're pretty small sandboxes comparatively, but Banjo-Tooie also does a good job making them bigger, but still, like, just as recognizable. You could argue that the worlds in Banjo-Tooie are too big, though. I think they still strike a pretty nice balance. This bull, you actually don't need to hurt him at all, and he'll just get up again anyway. And that is full of health. That's a little, like, bee house there. So let's go over here first. And this is, I think his name is Conga. Yeah, so Conga is up here throwing oranges at us. And to get up to him, we need to hit these switches, which are labeled with... This is a very, like, rareware thing to have, like, all these different switches. Like, oh yeah, that's an orange switch. Oh, right. But those aren't to get up to him. That's to get one of the jiggies. So yeah, the main collectible in these games are the jiggies. So it's like kind of a thing of like, it's not a big deal when you're like collecting notes, they're just notes, but it feels like you've accomplished something when you get a jiggy, because that's the like big collectible. And then, whoops, that's not what I want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna climb up here and grab this orange. Because, if you think about it, these kind of have a lot in common with, like, old point-and-click adventure games, where there's a lot of cases where, like, a character wants a thing. In this case, I remember, so I didn't even talk to Chimpy yet, but Chimpy says that he wants an orange, so you have to steal one from Conga. You can't just take the ones that he's throwing at you, because those squish on contact. But not only does that get us our second Jiggy in the area, but, makes it possible for us to jump up here, or it would if I was doing my backflips correctly. I keep sliding off the platform here. There we go. Okay. Bottles, I haven't collected very many notes yet. How many notes do you want to teach me this move? To learn the ancient ways of the egg. Alright, so we have ammo now. We can pick up more ammo by picking up the eggs, and this is going to be one of our main moves here, which is, well, it's a very important move, because now we can shoot things. We can shoot eggs forward. Wait. Am I not close enough? Wait, I probably should have read what Conga said just now. Oh, okay, you gotta wait for him to beat his chest. Okay. Something going on with his invincibility state, but yeah, Bear beat Conga, me give prize to Bear. Yeah, and that's 3 Jiggies that I've cheated Conga out of already. He won't stay down, though. I'll go and get that from him in a second, though. So let's jump up here. Yeah, I know this is a, this feels like a more informal playthrough than others, but I want to go up here first. And, oh, I can't get that yet. I don't have the 1 power I need. Okay, that'll come into play in a second. But yeah, get these jiggies. You're also seeing I'm collecting these, silver skull-looking things. Yeah, Conga doesn't stay down. He gets right back to attacking me. Yeah, I tried to, I wasn't really trying to, but I tried to walk up that slope. That slope was too steep to walk up, so let's go over here first. I was gonna go for like another maybe 8 minutes, so that's not gonna be long enough for me to finish Mumbos Mountain here, even though I feel like I know this level like the back of my hand. I always called these guys ants, but I believe they're actually supposed to be termites. So yeah, let's go up here first, and we can get that 1 power that we wanted. Yeah, also, Banjo-Tooie gets, like, some of the jiggies are really elaborate. They'll get more elaborate in this game, too. You know, this is only the first level. They're going easy on us. But, okay, teaching us the talent trot first. Sorry, I was holding A to, I don't know, would it be better if I, like, breeze through these descriptions? Yeah, I'll breeze through the descriptions of, like, the controls, I guess. Your energy is a little low, I'll fix it for you. Oh yeah, I forgot that bottles also heals you if you're not at full health. So this is the most important move in the game, because it makes you go faster, and from this point onward, it became clear that Kazooie was the one carrying this team. Get ready to hear this sound a lot, because this is the preferred way to move. I guess, you know, it's harder to do other attacks out of that state, and in this case it was like a little bit too fast, and I'm trying to move in a straight line. But also the talent trot has more traction, that there's a lot of slopes that you need to be doing the talent trot to get through. Also, I love the sound it makes. Oh, yes. So the other purpose of notes... Sorry, my bad. I was thinking you paid for them to learn moves. Is that true? Well, the main thing is that your combined note score for all the different levels needs to be so high to open certain doors in the overworld to get to new areas. But I, like a lot of people, play this game to get everything. I'm going 100%, so... those doors don't really matter, because I was gonna collect everything anyway. Okay, is there... I feel like there was another... Yes. These Mumbo tokens, as they're called, it's not like you need to collect every one of them. I don't think anything keeps track of how many in a stage you've gotten. Maybe it does, I don't remember. But you actually don't need all of them to get all the jiggies in the game. And it is all about the jiggies. But you do need some of them, because you need to pay all Mumbo Jumbo over there. Okay, and I didn't learn that move yet. Let's change that. Call this the Beak Buster. That's what why did I think it was called the Beak Bomber? But yeah, this is going to be our ground pound. Yeah, that's another thing that, like, Kazooie's getting, like, hurt in these games a lot. Kind of a running joke, like, kind of a thing discussed a lot by fans of these games, is that, like, Kazooie is doing, like, not literally all the work, but Kazooie brings a lot more to the table than Banjo does. I guess Banjo is kind of the base that you work off of, but most of the moves you learn are Kazooie-centric, and that doesn't really change in the sequel. In fact, it gets worse, because, you know, this, like, that somersault, or this move, those will get changed in the next game to incorporate Kazooie. They'll get changed into, like, a ground version of the beak attack, like that, and to, like, Kazooie outstretching her wings to do a somersault with Banjo. But then the sequel... Oh yeah, you got all the Jinjos. The sequel also adds the an ability that lets Banjo and Kazooie split up. So then they each have moves distinct to when it's just them. It would help if I actually broke this hut open. Alright, maybe I can do all of Mumbos Mountain in one episode. Let's do it. At this point, it would be dumb not to. Okay, so we gotta feed this thing. Gotta aim it right, though. Okay, and I'm glad I remember this. You can get a extra empty honeycomb, but you can only do it when this one's still here. So if I got rid of this one first, I wouldn't be able to get up there, and I would have to restart this level. I wouldn't have to redo everything, but I'd have to leave and come back. Okay, so that's 7 things that are in this level. Let's get this Ekambokum. And get this up here. So yeah, a lot of this Let's Play is just going to be me moving, you know, not literally speedrunning. The speedruns of this game are really fun to watch. I forget if there's anything on top of the hut that I can get. Because I feel like it is possible to get up there. So yeah, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not going to be literally speedrunning through the game as fast as I can. No, I don't think there's any reason to come up here. I think I just always did when I was a kid because, you know, you were always trying to find secrets. You wanted to, like, explore every nook and cranny of the game that you had. Okay. Okay, this is number 9 in this world, right? Okay, yeah, so we will finish Mumbos Mountain today. But I'll just be, you know, sharing thoughts about the game. I'm going to keep this really informal, give some fun facts about Banjo-Kazooie that I know. Let's just, you know, keep it casual, keep it fun. It's going to be a lot easier for me to produce than some of the other ones because I don't need to think as hard. A lot of times on this channel I play games that I'm not familiar with yet. So this is going to be, you know, my chance to show you what it looks like when I play a game that I do know things about. I mean, I guess Darkest Dungeon was that too. Okay, so I can go pay off Mumbo. But I want to come over and do this first. Yeah, so a thing about, like, how all of them make these funny noises when they talk, I'll explain that later, but that's kind of an interesting relic of, like, an earlier idea of what this game was going to be. So, let me come... Okay. So back up here and to the witch switch. Every stage also has a witch switch, and hitting the witch switch will make a Jiggy appear back in Grunty's lair in the hub world. So that one's up there on top of a tower that I can't really get to unless I do some really tricky, like, glitching up inclines and stuff. Even the Talon Trot won't allow me to get up a curve that steep. But that's okay. There is another way. So here we have a last major character for today. He wants to talk to us. This Mumbo, he best shaman in all game. Yeah, also this game is very fourth wall breaking. It'll just talk all the time about how it is a video game. Rareware has this very tongue-in-cheek sense of humor that permeates all of the games that they make. Like, think about, they also made, you know, Donkey Kong Country, and you had Cranky, who was always talking about how, like, games were better back in his day. And, oh no! Oh no, I don't have enough Mumbo tokens. I feel like maybe there's one if I can get up there. Wait a second. I think I can... Sorry, now that I'm, like, trying to go fast, I'm, like, making a fool of myself. I know there is a way to get up here, because there's eggs and collectibles and stuff up there. And I was thinking maybe there was a Mumbo token also hidden up there. But okay, I think I know where the last one that I need is. Later, you'll have more Mumbo tokens than you really have use for, because that was one thing that was cut from the game. They originally wanted Mumbo Jumbo to appear in every stage of the game, but they cut it so that he only appears in, I think, 5 out of the 9. So we need to go into this area first. Wait, where's the doorway? There it is. Oh wow, I walked 360 degrees around it. Okay, so the tickers, which are the termites, are hiding this last Mumbo token, but look, even with the Talon Trot, I can't get any higher up there. So what are we gonna do? I mean, this big termite hill seems pretty important. Then again, the bull also seems important, and the bull doesn't actually do anything for us. So they want you to go in there first and understand that there's a place that you can't reach. Alright, so Mumbo Jumbo is a powerful shaman, and he can transform Banjo. And he has a different transformation for every level he appears in. So, in this case, that's going to mean turning me into a termite, like the tickers. Are they all called tickers, or is ticker just the name of one of the termites? But I really like the designs of like how Banjo still has his backpack and all of his transformations, and in a lot of them he still has his yellow pants and his necklace. I can't quite tell if... Yeah, he still has his pants. There's like a pants shape around that thorax of his. But yeah, now we can fail miserably. The tickers won't really go after you, but they will still hurt you on contact. Also, they say different stuff to you now that you are a termite, which is pretty great. Yeah, I'm real out of practice here. Nowadays, when I play 3D platformers too, I'm usually like constantly moving the camera to the best angle, which you can usually do in this game, but this area has a fixed camera. Alright, got all 100 notes in a level. There's a weird thing with musical notes too, which is why you really don't want to die in this game. So it counts notes as like a high score. Now I've gotten the highest possible score for notes in this level, but if I die or leave the level and come back, all the notes will respawn, and I only get to keep whatever the like largest quantity of notes I've ever had is. But okay, we made it up to the top of Ticker's Mountain. And we got it. So that little jingle means that I collected all the Jiggies in one level, which normally Banjo and Kazooie would do a little dance when that happens, but oh, I really don't want to fall in the water. Let's be careful here. Or do I? What happens when tickers go into the water? Well, I don't want to find out, because I still need ticker for something. So we're actually going to leave the level now, but we're going to leave while we're still transformed. Yeah, this is what he's explaining here. The 100 you just collected counts as your best note score. So it's really annoying to die when you have like 90 notes, because that means that if you want 100 notes, you need to collect all 100 again. But yeah, luckily with my termite traction, I can get all the way up here. So I had to be transformed in order to do that. And that is 12 Jiggies collected, the first 10 in Mumbos Mountain and the first 2 of Grunty's area. And Mumbo's warning me right now that I can't go too far away from the level that I got the transformation in. Yeah. Lost the magic proximity. So, yeah, I want to keep these episodes shorter, but I'm already kind of failing at that, so let's stop right there and end. So thank you for watching. Stick around, let me know what you think about Banjo, and I will see you for more episodes of this. Also, I didn't show you yet, but I can poop eggs. That's another thing you can do with the eggs. And if you're fast enough, you can pick them back up. That is almost a useless move, but we are going to use it a little bit. Okay, see you later.